These are the new samples. Each one has some variation that we can discuss, and those variations can be mixed and matched. This is the red sample, and it features sprayed silver. So you can see how this silver can kind of half-tone from a silver to a white. It's going to be able to kind of just go in there really easily and do that. The silver also will always be in the negative spacing because it penetrates into there. On this sample and all of them, you'll see that there'll be one side that's very vibrant and has lots of effects, and the other one is a little more tame. This would be the effects side on this one, and I'll mark these, where there's a lot of metal flake added to the red. This one has a resin-coated top texture, so you can see how kind of glassy this is. Where in comparison, this one has a water-based gloss to it. It's very shiny still, but not nearly as glassy. I kind of prefer this. And you can see there's not nearly as many effects added to the paint in this one. It's a lot more subtle. This is real pretty. This is a color shift red. You can see it's red from this angle and then gold from this angle. So that's the red sample. This is the green sample. It's got some white here. I kind of messed that up. You won't be having those types of things. I'll just paint the edges. On this one, this is the wild side. I don't know if you can see how much. There's a lot of all this fleck you see is a holographic turquoise metal flake added to this. It's very, very lively in real life. It's extreme. And you might like that, and you might not. You might say that's too much. Again, this one has the resin-coated tops, and this would be the wild one. Now this, notice on this green sample, this is the bronzing powder as a metallic. Notice how each high point has kind of its own individual treatment. That's because the bronzing powder will kind of fall off the texture as it dries. So this is a little bit more of an organic. See how that looks? More organic, metallic. So that's the green. Get up close. Try not to. This is the most subdued sample, and there will be a diagram to show where these land on the piece. This one would be in one of those kind of areas with strong white. This has a high-end metal flake gold. You can see how fiery that is. And this would be the wild side, I guess we want to call it. It's got a lot of metal flake in the green. It's got the resin top. And that's this one. And this is the calmer one. It's got the water-based. And it's just got a little less effects in the green. This is the last one. Now this one I accidentally put resin on both sides, so there's no water-based one, like water-based left or right. They're both resin covered. This is maxed out. There is so many effects going on in this. It's almost more, you would say, metal flake than pigment itself. I just wanted to kind of give an example of what maxed out would be. And the client may want some areas of their piece to be maxed out. Maybe not the whole piece, but occasionally it gets very jewel like that. This would be the more calm side, the tame side. It's got a very deep cobalt. It's got this kind of a turquoise blue and ultramarine blue. And this now, we've seen sprayed silver. We've seen water-based bronzing powder silver. We saw this this gold fire type thing on the white. This one is silver leafed. And in the silver leaf, you will get white in the negative space up here. Because when you spray that, that turns out to be silver. Of course, you can't have a halftone. you'll have just kind of it'll be on or off, and it has this kind of a very metallic burnished feel to it. This would be silver leaf. That's definitely an option. It's a lot of labor, but it would be really nice looking. And this would be the wild side, and this is the calm side.